Map.
Am I still on the train? Yeah, we might as well be.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I'm still on the train. They picked it for a reason. PRX on attack, DFM on defense. I do think that this comp is really good against this comp. That's my issue at the moment. I think DFM have a great comp here for this.
Close map, we'll admit. New map here. Different look for something as well on the Jet, but for starters, Devi is going to be the first casualty. And on a map like Pearl, if you're losing your Astra first, well, you have to see the rest of the squad do something big. Jing with the Blaze Wall potentially.
Okay, question mark over towards A. They insta-reclear with 3 people. That's nice for DFM.
Single cloud burst, but what is the problem
and we're probably going to see...
DFM pushing A main gets
this is
all the
interesting.
information that it's
Did
going
he
to end up
purposely miss his wall so they have to go around into the fawns on a pistol? And then when they go at the back here, they eat a flash and then you swing.
They're in their heads, and PRX right
well, there
now,
goes the flash.
Unless they're able to play with this number and truly overwhelm the site, it's going to be a bit of a tough story to write.
Yeah, and as I said, playing with the Blaze Wall as well, you know, that's a way you can get in, but you haven't tripped the shear yet.
40 seconds as well, so at some point, something's got to give. Pentman at least will try, but Akame, 2 more Headhunter kills. And now possibly more as well, as Forsaken just waltzes forward, bites the dust, and it's just Petman.
And then May behind.
Okay, very, very nice from Akame.
It's
a cool little setup from DFM, honestly, and the pistol to do your wall like this.
Great shots as well, right?
Does worry me that you can duel over it, but you just don't go
ahead.
heaven.
That is the one player in that scenario that feels really hard done by. They're not at the front of the pack. They're almost at the back of the pack. Why me moment?
Unlucky. Unfortunate.
Yeah, go next.
It's one of these rounds. And also just Akame. I mean, sure, maybe DFM looking a little bit up and down sometimes, but for Akame to stand up at this moment,
yeah,
truly means a lot. The outlaw now, thanks to confidence.
Yeah, they go one sheriff against this.
Let's see how this is going to go for the Pistols of PRX. If they're going to get shredded by the sniper.
Same angle held. Something up by mid doors, though. That's the judge. Oh, and there's the outlaw. It's the collateral.
Oh god, they're gonna get chamber ult real early.
Everything crumbling apart.
And that's incredible for the econ. Speaking of econ, they only got to rebuy 1 armor. It's looking very nice for DFM. This is a clean round.
Glimmer of light in this round.
But this is what we wait for now, right? First 2 rounds, forget about it. PRX, to get on the board, you want to do so when there's a bonus available and you've got the big weaponry here to play. But I think for me...
Why did I give you faith? Dude, I had faith, but as soon as that Euro doesn't get picked here, I worry so much.
There was a 13-1 in the previous rendition of this
they are gonna struggle to get like 4 rounds here. But I think they maybe only need 4.
How much you read into that one when Famous is dropping near 30 kills, though?
This wall here is such a nightmare for them to deal with.
I don't know. But that happens, right? You'll learn from your mistakes and the weaknesses and try to improve, and that's what they've been trying to do throughout the course of these 2
part of the
maps
plan.
already played here.
Take things one step at a time.
Yeah,
and that's
maybe. Kame. Can one shot something, that's it. Okay, that's nicely done. 10 HP on one though, and they got a little bit of info, not too much.
Take him down.
10 HP to spare, but most importantly, a body available. 1 off the runner back forward.
Heavy rotate, 3 person on site.
Here for DFM.
They still got jet dash.
Nearby as well, but still something to try to open up space. Caught out by the back. We saw this on Ascent, where DFM were hiding inside of smokes. Jing, though, looking for the close-range duels. It's Jin for the swing, and now May off the judge.
45 seconds, though. They've got time to settle.
Devi holding back line, but guess who else is back line? It's Jinbong.
And now Devi at 10 HP.
This could very well be the bonus round for DFM, and they are playing their cards right.
Yeah, for sure. Jinbong on the right angle, but he gets his head removed.
Nice
now
little
it's a 1 versus 1. It's got to be the timing.
From Devi.
Everyone hold.
Makes a step. Tries to bait out the peak, and he will.
He got the shot off. Oh, it was close.
Just
okay, the bonus.
It's a 3-0 with the bonus round picked up by DFM.
Oh boy,
yeah, that's rough.
They're gonna have a really hard time on attack.
Itself there for DFM, very self-sufficient, really. You know, when you consider that it was first casualty.
How's the train? Yeah, shaky, shaky out here.
Site. What you can happen? Jien playing that one really nice around it, and then the late lurk from Jinbong completely unaccounted for. You need to see PRX
Hasn't fully crashed, but it is wobbling a little bit.
Play on the back of these prowlers, on these haunts from Patman.
Okay.
Right? When you're playing this double duelist,
Stingers.
specifically as a Jet and a Phoenix, you potentially even got to consider using some of the utility early to find some first space.
Well, nothing for now. It's just the run it back from Jing, which could be a good attempt, but look at the push out from DFM into A-main
it's
as
the
well.
ults on the ecos again. They take a good
them
amount of
invested,
space
but also
though.
for PRX.
How is May
And
allowed
takes
to
them
live?
down.
How is
The
he allowed to
rifle's
live?
definitely
How
far
is he allowed to
superior.
live?
He
How
marks
is he
the chip
alive?
of DFM as well.
I have no
The spike
idea.
Drops Jing trying to recollect, but
Oh
it's
no,
just
and they're
a
using the ults
stinger.
on the
One
ecos.
kill
They
found,
didn't
but that
land.
is it.
Nicely
Yeah,
done from
the casualty
DFM.
there
May
as
survived
well.
for a long time here. Long time.
But the Odin will be retained in toward the next round. 4-0. A good start here for DFM. You got to remember it was the 5-0 start over on Lotus for PRX that kind of made things question what was going to happen in that map, right? DFM able to answer with one back. No timeout seen on the back of that one. This time, however, I don't think PRX are going to fall into the trap of relying upon trying to find the next round without any coach intervention. This is going to be a scenario where you definitely need Alex to get involved with the team, right? You had an investment in towards that round of some variety. You knew that the weaponry would be coming in the next one, but that round, you know, with the idea, the game plan, and the run it back, just absolutely shut down.
It is what it is, whether you're a fan or not. I mean, your heart
Bro, stressed. I mean, yeah.
Especially watching
It's
Alex
they're in a
coaching
real,
booth.
like, it looks bad,
Sam
but they're
alone.
actually in a really bad situation.
So, needing to find some intervention,
It's
some
so hard
solutions. DFM
for this
has
comp
been pushing
to
out
do
A-main
much around the map.
repeatedly, and I don't know if it's
Like,
the
they got to force
composition,
through a lot of
but PRX haven't
areas.
quite been able
Long
to
B
break
is an
through.
absolute nightmare against the
Really
chamber and
needs
the Vice.
A bit of a lifeline.
And the problem is now as well,
Certainly,
they've
they
met the
lose this,
chamber
they're
over
not
towards A so much that if they
completely
now
out, but
decide to
it's
go over
still
towards
just
B,
really
you're probably going to see the
minimalizes your
chamber there
chances
still.
of making it to playoffs. And what was you
You'd
mentioned it before?
You'd be relying on other teams to do some things, and here and there, and not.
That's
right?
not what
So,
you want to have.
I'm just wondering, like, you get into this series. There's tape on Fracture if you're expecting it to go there, sure. But you're picking.
Can you
Pearl
explain the
with
Pearl
idea
pick?
that you can
I mean,
have
I
a
thought.
good idea on the game plan on how you want
I
to
originally
play this one as
thought, okay,
PRX,
fast forward
right?
chamber over towards B
If
now.
you're trying to get revenge in
I
a
originally
series,
thought it was
sure.
going to be because
Take it to them on the
they
map,
understand how to
30-1,
play
you
Yori now.
destroy them, all right, you're good. But you lose?
But
No.
Well, we'll see.
that's out the window.
Off of the timeout, a wide
get lucky
swing,
that he
and
missed.
something will evade the op from Akame. At least for now.
And everybody on PRX as well, just leaving a main control that they already fought for and had numbers in.
So, not a lot of information for now. I mean, they're working with what they've got, and that's knowing that there is some presence on B site.
At least they don't need to contend with any of the Vice utility that's surrounding the A side there, right? But it is a little bit one-dimensional in how you're going to be tackling B, because you have to go through long. If you're going for a street split, well,
Oh
there's
no,
going to be
not the
numbers,
close
there's going to be a
Astra
trade
wall.
mark, and now with the Cosmic Divide going up from Divide, are they just kind of try and force a plant on the corner of this wall?
Trying to brute force it. I don't know how it's going to work out, though. We'll see. It's going to be Jin alongside May. And they are close by. And for a bit of a hug. The flash, though, will support PRX for now. Jing and something taking numbers against DFM. Just Jinbung. In a blink of an eye.
Okay.
Hold up inside a CT, trying to mark the angle. It's just exits for now.
They win. Okay, normally on this channel we talk about this wall, how it has like a 10% win rate. Sometimes we witness the 10%. Did this guy not go close enough to the wall that this guy on the left could shoot
Go
him?
together through the wall, have a good flank, come out from Forsaken. It looks a little bit more controlled in that round from them, but we need to see that double down.
Yeah, he didn't
We
go
need
close
to see
enough.
that be
He got info.
Still, not too bad, and it is going to keep the stats up for Alex at the very least. The coach's intervention still coming into effect, the Alex effect. But 1-2-4. PRX definitely going to need more rounds onto this attacking half. You got some ultimates on the side of DFM now, so economy not too big.
Chamber is down. I do wonder if DFM, like a chamber, do they always play chamber different place to their Vice wall? So I do feel like a chamber locking down B, TP away with the Vice wall there would do so much, yeah.
Something not able to find and open up. He's currently leading quite convincingly in terms of first kills in this series so far, but not able to further extend that for the moment.
Kame still undetected as well. One op shot found, and PRX considering that maybe there were some rotations pulled over.
Well, Forsaken on the lurk mode at the moment, going to be spotted on out. Can he find anything?
Dude, the Odin's just so good for that kind of stuff. Okay, instant reaction over towards B, and they got to deal with a Thorns and a wall.
Which puts cause
Well,
for concern a little bit over toward the likes of Jin.
Don't know what to say to you guys, but it should be pretty much impossible.
For the squad, which is really nice.
Yeah,
Phoenix ult, this time at least it's on a buy round.
He's able to hold down the line, but for Jing, run it back available. Will use and abuse it. Taking down Jinbong and clearing out more space. Doesn't spot too much out though. And that's going to be spike plant for PRX.
Gonna go in for the retake though as DFM in the 4 versus 4.
You also have Cosmic Divide. Something to hold the angle. Takes down GN. Great little shot being found as he repositions for possibly a second. Art now with a spray from the Odin. Somehow finding Petman. We'll see if the rest of PRX can continue to hold down. The Cosmic Divide has expired, and now for Divide to be able to hold down the ground until something falls to Art. The Odin still an attempt until Divide shuts it down. Repositions back into Hall. Akame close range. And
One
just Jing.
Not the best plan.
Thinks of flashing it out, but Akame! Tour de force close range.
My goodness, I think he kind of ate the flash and just went for it.
With the energy from the Red Bull just to bring it over to DFM.
Oh boy.
How they managed to come out with a Red Bull clutch in that one. I thought PRX.
Yeah, I thought it was done. When Device spotted him here, I thought that was the round.
Finding an operator shot on towards GN.
But then he goes to like hide, but then he goes to the face. But he thinks he's wrapping round back.
Like, there's an advantage. They're settled down, but somehow Art spams through one. He gets a second one. It's this 1 versus 2. The fact that the
oh my god, he just saw him.
Fades away and doesn't let Jing have an immediate trade. I mean, you cannot convincingly.
Let's talk about the money,
you
because this is pretty much the round.
Akame comes away with the goods, and DFM hold true on this defensive side, and now he wants an opener for the fresh round, but is forced back.
Still though,
okay, a lot of pressure over towards A as they insta dash through. Dude, Akame hit another shot here. Fatal goes out, hits 2. Ooh, this Fatal was nice, man. It made Forsaken have the easiest spray down ever. It's a good reply. Let's start looking at their money. 1-9 loss bonus. The one can't buy. Everyone else can.
At least we'll try into the Art position, but okay. Undetected for now, but until he swings,
okay, very nice. 4 people surviving as well. It's real good for the money. Important round for DFM. Everyone has to force down really. Art probably takes the hit. Maybe they get like a dodge closed door or something.
Right now, but no, not allowed to be 5-2.
I'm pretty sure this was the easiest spray down for him. I mean, yeah, look at it.
Maybe not necessary, but it kind of did force them back and scramble to try and get their
the ult usage, dude. We saw back-to-back rounds with the ults being used on buy rounds. It's better than last week.
But you've not toyed with the investments too much as DFM, right? They've still got to buy here. Light shields across the board.
So watching the lowest volume, yeah, I struggle to like talk when the casters are talking, like really loud.
Off-put from the line.
Too many voices.
You're going to hear the operator in play.
So somewhat aware, but at least Altarb also picked up. That's another run it back for Jing. I believe it's the third one.
Yeah, third available. And you got a deep shear this time.
The voices, yeah, too many voices.
Something wants to try and just go ahead of it.
Yeah, I do think that DFM probably shouldn't be going for the easier wall to trigger, but that's just me.
DFM questioning at least, but you also do have repositions now.
It's good timing on the drone actually, because if it does spot out Jing, which it does, you know that that's the Phoenix, and you know that with the run it back, that might be where the eventual hit happens. But
oh my goodness, he's got another ult as well.
Not quite sure. Nonetheless, it's a good timed peek by Jing.
Holy!
As he continues with his onslaught. Next player down now. Akame attempted a hit hunter. But Forsaken to prevent that from coming online.
Jing's kind of crazy here, by the way. Gets the first kill, has an ult. Instead of safely using the ult, just sends it. Just sends it. Takes the 50-50. Joe still wins it. Like, he should for sure be tucking into this and using the ult if he wants to send it, but he now kind of wins because he's got the ult for the other rounds. And the train is really stabilizing. Like I was saying, 4 is going to be rough to get. They're already up to 3.
Claim some vengeance.
They go up against an eco.
So able to get a convincing round, really, right?
And it's all with
Mini Shui with the prime. Appreciate the 3 months. Thank you so much for that, dude. Appreciate you.
On the Owl drone and the fallback from Art, he's not been finding some good timing for himself. He's been the casualty of first deaths. I mean, you know, at least 10 times across the first 2 maps. Now add a couple more.
Theoretically made sense, but Jing just found himself.
What are the 3 by?
Spot.
Like sheriffs, maybe?
So the round's coming up as well.
Maybe a Bucky?
The running back not quite yet burnt.
Yeah, the fact that he doesn't even need to use it in that round is
Which
sensational,
wall?
right? Gives
So
you an opportunity
I think personally,
and toy with rotations.
DFM, in my opinion, like the setup here that would really own this, in my opinion, is like the wall here, chamber defending the wall, and then a trip here.
Look for an equalizer, but
I think that like is the heavy setup, because then everyone else can just stack so heavy in these 2 pauses.
Akame, though, Headhunter quickly pulled out. In for the close
What an
range,
absolute shot. Bro, he's 13 to 4 right now.
He's done his job. It's a
He's
player
doing
advantage
so
for
much.
DFM on this lesser buy.
Unbelievable. PRX.
And they get the Bucky, and the Bucky might be able to get to another good position. He might smoke across and walk across. How bold is he feeling? Dude, he messed up his smoke, so he can't cross. Well,
this B site though.
this is a giant gap on the right.
Still, it's not going to help them too much. The arc rose goes for the blind, and Forsaken trying to clear. But what is this? The right click still connecting. The Bucky as well now. Just a buy.
Dude, they pick up so many guns.
Of the smoke. Recon being sent over. It kind of informs a little bit. Still trying to sidestep in, trying to look for the shots. He will find the first wall bang, but here comes Akame.
Very nice. Akame is really on one.
Simple shot through the engine block. DFM moves up to 6.
It's a huge round for DFM as well. They get so much money from this.
We've got a couple more rounds for them to play with, and the economy, again, is not in a scenario where it's really going to be toyed with. May not able to gate crash out of there, but it's the lion's share done by Akame with the Headhunter, the classic. That's ridiculous, by the way. But Forsaken was tagged up by the shock dart, so a good little, adjustment, assist from Art.
The Soviet util was pretty nice there.
Comes through. There will be the buyer for PRX, kind of needing to play to the strengths, play to the numbers, incentivized to
back over towards B with the hit. Recon doesn't get shot. Dodged it with the smoke though.
And the assistance from DFM players have been pretty fantastic so far.
And the shear is actually going to be placed in towards mid, so they don't have to play with that on the site itself. Both Thorns,
man, he's down to 6 HP from the Thorns. Still gets a kill. Something's in heaven.
With a deep push up to heaven. Divide taking down Art. May now being spotted, but he will dispatch of something quickly. Flashes as well. And I'm going to expect it peak in towards Jing,
my god, look at him go.
It's a 2 versus
TP's
2.
to join his team as well. No plant on this one. Divide has to use his ult.
And there it is.
Uh-oh, safe ult to give them space, but honestly it might bait them into Forsaken.
Forsaken to hold the angle. And he goes for the swing, tries to get the spray transfer, but it's just May up to a quad.
32 HP.
He has so much utility as well.
He's on for the ace right now. Dimensional Drift, do you consider it? Oh, the drop is
not entirely sure. Divide to hold the angle.
He had no idea he was here. He thought he was playing behind the ult.
And bring the round up for PRX.
Just not expecting Divide to push in front of the Cosmic Divide, right? Maybe go play on the more passive side of things and use a Gravity Well or a Nova Pulse to play on the back of. But yeah, really heads up play from Divide to put himself in the right situation there to hear May and not give him the chance to have the first duel jumping down from heaven. That's audible.
Came close to it.
Really tried to give that one a good go.
It's a nuts round from May to make this even doable.
Always count May for such incredible individual plays, but at the same time, PRX doubling down on the B hit, throwing DFM off by pace.
Yeah, and the run it back, successful again on the very tail end.
We got the backup 8 bullets. If Akame does get a kill, he can use his ult into this one.
Some ultimates now for DFM. PRX going
dude, it's so fast now. May manages
so far,
to do 120, but
continues to push into Flower where he holds the angle. Jien though, happy to spray. Something with the spray of his own as well.
No way, that timing's sick. Had the reload. Hey, very nice. Dude, 5? This is pretty good against this comp. Actually, insanely good against this comp, considering their comp.
And to cop a reload, which is not what you wanted.
Dude, PRX keep getting like this extra kill off someone that's really low HP. Something pushes through the smoke, takes the risk, gets an extra one here. We're on the 30. We saw the round before with the Phoenix ult. They got a kill with like 8 HP.
Try to get us onto the 6-6. These speedier rounds now. They're starting to find their footing. Who would have thought? PRX, W Gaming, fast rounds.
Okay, a lot of ults here.
You can never be sure, Komodo.
This should be so fun for DFM. See how they want to play it.
A lot of self-doubt but with a bit of therapy,
Recon goes out towards A. Pretty sure it's scan a few.
The focus point on towards the likes of GN at the A sites, and Jinbong not going to let Forsaken.
Just trying to use the okay. So with the play that Forsaken did there, I imagine the Recon probably hit like 2, maybe even 3. So that he's expecting them to do a heavier rotate so that he can take space here. I guess is the thought process. If they didn't get scanned and he's just walking through door, then I got nothing.
Take it. You've got the Steel Garden. Akame asleep at the wheel. And we're going to have a Cosmic Divide that's going to hold them from getting into the A site choke. The B site, though, they could technically pivot over here.
Art is close enough to
they can jump
this audible. The Shiro being tripped as well does inform into DFM. Will they?
Did they kind of use the
into the hit though?
Kind of use the Astra ult against them.
May as well with the flash onto the clone. Divide quickly dealt with, but Jing for the trade onto a Sheriff. 2 on 3.
They saw Jinbong use the Steel Garden at the B site, so they know he's there. It's the A site with Art, though, that you have to contend with, and he has snuck into a good spot. Jing for the 1v1,
very
loses
smart
it,
from Art.
And now it's all onto the new recruit in Patman.
1 on 3. It's a really tough situation to play. He heard a tiny step around Secret, thinks to push in towards Flower. Of course, you still got to watch out for Art. Snakes across, threads the needle. Here's a lot more as well. Trying to continue with the angled plays, but
isn't nice try.
Peek out from Jinbong. It's the one taps that seal the deal.
I feel like 5 is more than I thought they were going to get if you look at the beginning of that half.
7-5.
Bit difficult it might feel like on the Fade agent to get something established there, right? You can't pull them off the spike with salvos or shock darts or, you know, any sort of damaging utility, for example. Try to give it a good go, right? The difference that happens if Jing wins the duel potentially, and it's a 2 versus 2 instead. Halftime break though, 7-5. Achievable scenario, workable scenario for both of these sides. I think DFM will be pretty happy.
Rest out.
Getting some more rounds on,
if they win a pistol, it should actually be alright.
The defense was rather well structured.
If DFM win a pistol, then
they were able to, you know, sometimes work around May with the
9-5 double sentinel on attack. Where they got solo Yoru.
For some of the attempts by
Dude, DFM actually need pistol.
DFM had great retakes, great assists.
Unless they just.
It's those explosive.
The problem is that the PaperX comp wants to take duels a little bit.
Territory over at the main choke and then explode in, set yourselves up quickly for the crossfires. You know, we've seen some good
defensive stuff with the Phoenix.
Never going to be
before, especially over towards A.
So the adjustments, right? The adjustments are there. They were there. Is 5 to 7 enough? I mean, that's anyone's kind of guessing towards the mix at this point, because we ain't the ones in the server. PaperX, of course, you know, who wouldn't want the 12-0, right? Who wouldn't want a 6-0, 6-6, at least tied as well? Who wouldn't want the lead? But here, the pistol round, going to be an important one for both of these sides. And as we currently see, you know, stage 1 looking a little bit abysmal for DFM. For PaperX, though, the pistols have been pretty okay.
Yeah, and PaperX go for the 4-1. We said 8% of their pistol runs are 4-1s. Might even be a little bit more.
Can happen. And it also is very much do or die
situation. Flash out, they can pick up the orb. Do they want to insta-react? How
yeah, I mean,
confident are they that they go for a 4-1?
Having a Phoenix on this map, it's push that orb and get it. It's going to be quite impactful to have the 6th man in the server as the Phoenix roll.
The second Jing.
Yeah, a little bit diamond. It's not too bad, but
seeing that there was
it is cold.
A main. This is some footsteps that DFM have heard.
Okay, do they take a timing? Yes, they do.
Shoulder spotted.
An early dink, and then he can't really heal up on this because he's scared he was going to get spammed. Yeah, and that's them thinking that he's healing. Jinbong just took a peek over towards Art.
In another pistol round.
Pushed up. It's an unsuspecting angle being held. So still now DFM holding down by the wayside. Jing.
Damn, Jing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
the Japanese
Okay, it's
squad.
really on for them.
I mean,
It's really on. Everyone should get on the train, I think. We're one away from... dude, we kind of saw this, though, when they were one away from a Phoenix ult and still didn't manage to capitalize. But
probably not going to get a pistol. They want to go for the challenge.
that was nice. Dude, Jing was on no HP as well.
Where you would expect the orb to be gathered over
66 managed to heal up a little bit.
Good hold down in amongst the things from Jing there. As he said, topping himself off with the hot hands.
We'll love to see it when they are fired up.
Yep.
So hopefully this inspires even more plays. Before now, DFM off to a full save. Akame, though.
You only have to touch the hill these days?
Oh. Just gonna keep them honest.
Wait, is that one of the changes? You only have to touch it and then it keeps going? It's incredible.
Good call to think about using the Blaze.
Yeah, you got shock data too.
So far, still okay. And you've got teammates to assist right around the corner. DFM, however, thinking to...
Unaware, yeah, dude. Honestly, my Phoenix knowledge, it doesn't get played that much. My Phoenix knowledge is not up to scratch. No wrong.
Not able to find the kills, but some damage chips here and there have been pretty sensational.
Well, the damage that now needs to be found, if you're on the PRX side of things, is going to be Forsaken. Inside of the smoky spots, the boots. May, though, with the right click, could now pick up the weapon. There it is.
Yeah, but you got to grab the spike. You got to look to do more damage, look to go for a plant.
I won't discount May.
Yeah, okay.
You not have Scream on Phoenix, mate.
Here, but in towards the
It's 3 years ago.
Really
he didn't do this back in my day.
No shear is going to be here.
That's sticking it.
Gone. But it is catered for by Jing. You've also got Devi.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep,
sure. Oh, God.
Well, Petman is also hovering nearby, so a possible crossfire. But still, DFM push up. Akame finding some shots.
Oh,
Petman
good.
then coming back
Something
in.
can
Once
pick
again,
up the upgrade as well.
PRX have
right?
equalized.
From gun.
2 players surviving. It starts to look a little bit awkward
didn't get
for
it.
there, right? It's the lesser weapons
He
of
didn't
DFM
get it.
getting some good damage.
Okay,
in. May
picks up the
able
up
to find
though.
a couple of good ones as well. So this bonus round now going to be quite the important one for PRX, even to potentially echo what their opponents did in the first half, right? Winning that bonus round, taking it a step further. There's an operator out for something on
The
this
op comes
defensive
out,
side.
they really would have loved that Guardian, because there isn't much with this op. It just needs to make sure if they do get over towards the other side that he just saves it, but most teams don't really want to hunt too much anyway, especially if they don't know about the op first of all, and
If it's able to work,
it's just majority of the time you want to focus on your own econ. This is good from PRX though. They got the 4-person stack gamble. We got early info over towards A. There is a question mark here and here.
Yep, I'll donate pistols into a round.
So they are
and get
just
out of the
heavy
operator
gambling.
Catch our opponents off guard.
And the longer time goes on, the more likely any of this could have happened.
He can get split on. There is a huge open
Yeah, and
gap
that's why they
for
would need to
DFM
start getting some
who walks
information.
through
Fade Eye
arms.
goes out,
The pincer
Prowler
this
clears
A
all of
side.
this. They got a flash to see if they need
PRX are
to
gonna have
late
recognize this
stack
when
again.
They don't see anything too much out through the B side of things. When the Arc Rose doesn't spot any info.
Well, DFM will recognize it as well.
The wind is Forsaken Flash. Oh, they get the recon? Okay, they go back to the 4-person stack.
This could be interesting if they do
the drone.
Here.
Dude, I think they're coming back over towards here.
I wonder though.
Yeah, here we go.
May to go through and he spots the
Oh, this is scary for DFM.
Actually, they just got popped.
Well, buying some time and still inciting some pressure. Akame, quick on the draw. Takes down Forsaken, and now those pistols will go down. Jing, though, with the run it back.
Oh my god, that third shot is so fast.
But it's still not quite going to happen. Do you save if you're PRX?
Oh, there goes the op.
He's
right rotating with the op.
Cuts off on the rotation.
He got no money. Oh god, they lost the op.
Now. Just sealing the deal.
Oh my god, this third shot though, Chad, is insane.
I want to give credit towards that flick that came out.
Why is he rotating? It's done.
It's kind of ridiculous from Akame. He is sharp with this one.
Whoa.
Look at that on a Batman. That's kind of crazy. And then you've got May finding the right gap in the
train.
map as well.
I mean, yeah, we lost a couple of wheels. We're on one track right now out of the two.
And the operator is going to be dropped. It's not going to be
That's
stolen though.
rough.
DFM don't want to play that on this attacking side. Akame will get his own sniper in the next round, you would assume.
We lost, but there's loads of them. It's okay.
Still trying to play it out close by. PRX once again.
There's loads of them. I'm not even sure if they're called wheels. I don't even know what they're called, to be honest. My train knowledge is really low as well. Like my Phoenix knowledge.
Some util of their own
really out of date.
Clear it or start to come together as a unit.
Something with a stinger close range.
Ask me, that's true. Loves trains.
Yeah, but this time you're going to see PRX start to rotate towards A, making sure they've got numbers to go for some crossfires. You're eventually going to see some more utility used from Patman, and that's the timing on the Prowler. Immediately enter back by the Owl drone that you kind of
locked onto someone else.
Dispatch of early, and that's something being spotted this time. How much stock do you put in what you've seen
Big
from DFM?
trap layover towards Art.
Trying to work with what they know.
Off the contact, you tether, you flash, you swing. Tether, flash.
Dogecoin. It's going to be something more successful. GN able to invest and find the return as well. But for PRX then, Davai and Petman also traded out.
Did this guy hear the gun drop?
Jinbung is going to be able to hear something creeping up.
Sure, yeah, I was going to say, I think he must have heard the gun switch, but I'm looking at the minimap, it doesn't look like it.
At least Forsaken, though, needs to come up huge because he's the one with the hero.
Recon
right
just
now.
missed him.
Forsaken, something.
He spotted GN.
Rifles apiece. Stay safe, and we'll spot out GN for now. And then here comes a crossfire. Out towards the final one. Something closes the distance. And
Holy, it's a really, it's a really different way of dealing with the 1v2, but
to get that 2 versus 3 established there,
rounds around. Got to look over at the money, and they're fine.
I thought maybe he was in a situation to be able to hear the
Oh yeah, because this is the bonus he built up. Okay, yeah, we're back.
You know, very focused on what's going on potentially. Regardless, though, you think it's a situation that
Dude,
DFM
going to be kicking themselves for this one.
Achieving, right? They're getting the trades out there. They're starting to progress. They've got a 3 versus 2.
The Astra as well.
Just not
like
able
this,
to
this is the person that needs to be starring and Astra sucking. And we're going searching back a site.
They're 3-1 in this half so far. The economy is
a rough one.
You know, starting to look a little bit worrisome.
I'm guessing with how he's playing the Astra there, he must have run out of stars.
Got a tour de force to come in from Akame that I did speak about. However,
otherwise something is really wrong.
Ultimates online for DFM too.
Something. Such a precarious position. 1 batch, 2 batch, penny and dime.
And now you'll start to settle and see what you can force out as well. Anything more from PRX, but I mentioned the ultimates. May to send in Dimensional Drift, gather some information.
Don't ping the wall.
Push PRX off of their comfort positions now. Forsaken still holding in deep, but May is close by. He's looking for him. Tries to go for the tap.
Forsaken needs some help here, you would think.
You don't really
to be popped, so
get too much off of
nobody
this.
Is in the site. And you've got a good amount of deep mid control and a main control for the rest of PRX, but they need to get on the side itself. How much can Forsaken and Divide do here?
Let's go off with the flash as well. Tries to reposition.
Anti-flash 2 playing close. Oh, nicely done. Dude, Akame's been incredible.
PRX only with
you saved the trip to see if they're through on the other side as well. That's kind of nice.
Library, and they did hear the shear wall just popped, by the way, so they know that there's a flank potential.
Yeah, these two need to save, though. You got to start looking at the money.
Yeah, it's save. You're not in a situation where you're going to be able to win this one as PRX. If you can do damage,
especially as this could be a drop.
That's all right. Akame is kind of the only one
extra 1,000
that needed to go for it, but he's
getting real close.
From,
Akame's won so many rounds.
Kind of also want to see just all DFM members survive.
Teleport's ready.
He's playing so well.
It's a bit of a standoff right now.
Yep, pretty much.
Neither side wants to really move, but
it's whoever's going to draw first.
Yeah, DFM has numbers. They could just push on up. Trigger finger. No, all good.
Yep. I mean, it kind of goes either way, right? Anyone loses a gun here, it's awkward for them. So you just have a soft handshake at the end there, and you feel that for what it is. Yeah, no firm handshakes.
That was, I don't know what that was. That was more than a handshake. That was nerve-wrecking. Gotta love a little.
Mate, you won the round.
Desk.
You lost
slam.
one player. Oh no, you didn't. You lost.
No, you lost a round.
Yeah, you lost a round. Wrong way. You gotta call a timeout though. 8 to 9.
Yeah, gotta call a timeout. They can't buy. They got a low buy.
Find that one there.
They saved
something. Not able to find the.
No, wait. They can buy because of the 2 save guns.
With the
but if they lose this, DFM get to 11.
Second half. Playoffs contention for these teams.
You'd imagine.
PRX, more importantly,
also
haven't not been in playoffs at VCT Pacific before, always have had presence there.
That's just a fact. Whether or not, you know, they're feeling the wrath of the fans currently, it is what it is. So needing to truly find themselves back in. A wise man once said, you know, if you don't support them at their worst, you don't serve them at their best.
Yeah.
But that's just one thing.
PRX knew that this might be a hard series coming into it, though, because they are the team that said that they've been most impressed by
they
DFM,
do, Eco.
Yes.
right? They reckon DFM has been the most improved.
And
yeah,
they were
we're
the
right.
ones that
So,
left Pearl open for the
double
decide.
hero
Yeah,
gun.
I mean,
It's not as
look,
impactful as I thought.
will
It's the
that
next
come back
round.
to haunt them later and should have gone to
Dude, there's a
Fracture?
lot of light
Who
armors here.
knows?
They're actually
pistol
saving
plays
a
now.
lot of money with that.
Yeah, pistols for PRX. Just Patman and Jing to see what the Vandals can do. How much volume do they have in this round? Because you gotta fill it up with something, right? You gotta try and find an advantage.
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
Well,
he
spotted
couldn't
out.
deal with it.
He goes in for the pop flash.
Wait, it
play.
kind of ended
It's
up
a
being an
simple
incredible
beam
bait.
switch.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Did they
Classic plays
did they
coming out from
purposely
PRX,
miss
Jing for
the
double kill, steal guard,
drone
and they
with
start
everyone
push.
hiding?
They're pushing really hard. Look at this control the PRX are trying to do. Pill for the guns. They've all grabbed them.
Gotta be careful. Don't want to overheat too much. Akame has slipped the net.
Raid boss is
Finds
still alive
Patman.
though.
4 versus 3. You'll regain a little bit of this mid control as DFM. You want the spike though, and if you push in front of that shear, you would be trapped. So bait it out first.
Still close by. Spike retrieved now for DFM. Maybe a concerted effort to recollect.
Yeah, they
back
picked
into
up
the A
some
side.
guns.
PRX
Something's
then
giving them a lot of info.
beginning to
So they can
reposition,
heavy
also
gamble over
considering
towards
this
A.
possibility.
Problem is this guy
Still,
could
though,
be
do they
anywhere.
expect Akame to be that
And
close
they're
by?
honestly,
Secret
with
Forsaken
how they're moving
moves
there,
in
they're not
Tuntul.
expecting
The
him to be
5-point
here.
sheriff shot,
Ah,
but they
he's
don't connect.
incredible.
He's digging deep here, Akame.
Jing. He's been so good so far,
Whoa.
but it's not quite happening here. Akame online for the
My
ace.
guy is an actual
And
monster.
6 HP.
And something knows he
Yeah, and
has
they
to
call
save.
for him to save.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker. That's a shocker when you consider that
I'm a little bit
Jing
worried for PRX though. There,
and
like
something
even
at
when
the beginning of
they're
this round had the great
even when they're
make
like
the switch. All it
re-clearing,
took was the classic onto
they're
the
not
Yale
like
drone and a
they're not
flash in
positioned
from
right
May.
in their
Not
re-clears.
expecting Jing to be holding the line. You set yourselves
To be
up
hug
in
the
mid, you
wall or
steal
hold
the guns
this,
away.
or if we're gonna
Heck,
be
they
doing
even
that, we
kind
should
of
be.
knew that Akame was looking to push back up into the mid
I don't know.
connector through art, but thought better of it. And Akame still able to survive, just finds
Rough
all
at the
of
moment.
the goods for DFM to achieve double
Dude,
digits
how many is
first.
Akame on? 24 to 11.
I was about to say, you need to see some good mid-round decision-making from DFM in a round such as that, where they get frazzled a little bit by the beginning stages, right? They lose the spike. They lose territories of mid. The spike is almost unobtainable again because of the shear wall. There might be traps behind it. You got to stretch out around the map, but when they get the spike and Akame pushes and has some individual shots to come on out, certainly brings that one back for DFM.
That was just a final bullet from that burst. Can't believe it. Just truly magnificent individual effort out from Akame right now, recognizing
And I want to highlight
the map.
PRX have no
Okay,
timeouts
DFM
left
keep
in
this one nice
map.
and simple.
DFM are gonna have to be the
Gonna
team
pick
to
up the
give
orb, gonna
them the
Visor,
chance
gonna head
to
over
talk.
towards site.
Still in with the op on something.
Let's see if they have some backup
Doesn't spot
guns, because
anything
everyone's
towards
playing
B-line.
close.
Marches up. DFM though, the haunt quickly dismissed.
Just one player shooting at it too to mask presence.
They didn't pick up the orb yet.
Vi then places more
Wait, this is kind of
stars.
smart. They're trying to
Also
get a
well
pick
set
with
up.
everyone.
Goes in for the
Wow,
angle
this is
instead.
smart though.
The sprays
They're trying to get a
only
pick with
favoring
everyone. They're
kill.
one away on
Patman
2
now trying
people,
to
so
hold
obviously
that
they're going to try and
backside.
pick up the orb, but
Wants
they
to
want to
get cracked
just
through.
contact
But what can he do?
with the pressure. That's so smart.
Not too much. I mean, he's thinking about peeking to possibly deny the spike. Now off the drone, will capitalize for now, but we'll see if DFM can hold the post plants as well. All 3 by A main. You've got some utility, you've got something with the op, but the flash is out May.
Is it miles away from
A little bit.
Astrasuck? 22
Something
seconds.
then to hold in with the sprays, but what is this?
Absolute
High-low.
shot,
It doesn't
bro.
quite work out. It's just something now. Swaps over to the rifles and try to close in the distance, but it's a shorty on the other side. The time working against it, he taps once more. Jien now by the
Oh my god, low HP.
Something finds the shot. It's May versus something. Duelist v duelist. But he needs the defuse. May holds the angle. and finds the shot
Holy,
at the
so
end.
nice from them.
Microseconds,
Dude,
and he
this was
still
smart.
sticks
This
the
was smart
landing.
though.
Oh May's heart had to have been beating out his chest in that moment in the 1 versus 1. You could see how something's trying to go around the side. He has no idea where May have repositioned to, but May will stand and not be baited by the fact that it's a full defuse. And being stuck in the beginning,
Dude, he
looking
was
for the lurk
insanely
around
calm with
first,
this.
and then at the end, the Cloudburst, not proficient enough to buy the time. What a round to come out from DFM at the end there.
Very, very cool.
And this is where things get really, really
rough. Oh yeah, they get really rough because they forced into this. Again, the pressure of this was so sick. Like you think they're not past this point really, if the orb's here, or maybe they're getting someone into this corner to punish you, doing some kind of trap play over towards main. But instead they just fall past and swing out, ignore the orb. You're just not ready for it. It's awesome. It's very smart.
Cannot deny the incredible effort that has been put forth today.
I mean, they were a team that was mapless coming into this series. Is PRX's Achilles heel really DFM?
Might be. Well, something. Ooh.
Saw him.
The shots
this guy. This guy's 25 to 12. He's so good right now. He's entering as a chamber.
What a sharp shot from Forsaken.
The arc rose at hand as well. So now, thinking about Halls. It's a Steel Garden, though, but he gets into the smoke. Close range with the classic.
Fair play, man.
But the arts
Forsaken did really good.
He's already cleared the rest of the site, right? So the team can go in and look to establish a bit of a plan. This is where Pac-Man
Ult goes in. Got to capitalize off this one. Ult goes in. They got Astra ult behind it. They know that one's isolated over towards the site. Fade and tries to push through.
Incredible things happen, even without audio. That here comes the Odin as well. May gun down for now. Jin Bongnan trying to hold by the backside. It's the side step from Petman, but it doesn't work out. Just
Jing has a wall.
Can he get on it?
What's he gonna do? Tap, flash, swing?
Blaze helps. The recon,
this recon.
Oh! He goes for the peak.
Oh my god, he's absolutely saved them because they would have had no money after this one. 6 shots.
They do hold on. The force
my
is valuable
goodness, bro.
for PRX, but oh my word,
the train,
what is that swift allocation from one to another.
Surviving.
The Red Bull clutch to come
had a little jump, somehow landed back on the train.
The
straight on the track even.
Go against you when you get the train.
Was he hit by the recon or did he dodge the recon from the wall?
You lose Divide there. The runner back, it doesn't work out. Jinbun trying to
he was hit with a recon and he wins it.
Maybe it's not as sensational as I thought it would, but he still hits the headshot where the headshot is needed. 11 to 9 now. PRX will not go quietly.
Yes, sir, Steve Kerr. It still is going to be quite the journey, though. But it certainly proves that PRX can still deliver.
Dude, if DFM win this, oh my goodness, look at the money. If DFM win this for the last round, they would literally have nothing. Pac-Man's the only person that'd be able to afford a gun. Oh, it's a lovely shot. They take down smokes. I mean, as long as you guys just hold over towards A main, you don't dual art, you win the rounds because you got a sick crossfire.
Something then off to Sewer. He finds the shot. Looks for the
oh my god, that's what he was done for. Fade away.
The spike dropped and something knows it.
Wait, they're actually all popping off.
Oh, info.
Is this one done? Do DFM have to give PRX some breath, right? Do they have to give him a timeout here so DFM can collect their own thoughts on the back of this round? I don't know. It's May. It's a Kame without the spike.
Something goes in for the peak. Does get punished.
Oh,
Divide
not
as well,
the 2v5. Akame
a
raid boss still alive.
On your bingo board for a round such as this.
Pick up
Dimensional
the
drift and a spike
spike.
picked up. You still see
As a
Forsaken on the
TP
other
over
side
towards
of the
A,
map.
wait,
What can
he
you
might
spot
take the
out
TP
here on
and
A itself? May looking for what he possibly can.
PRX trying to keep himself tucked away as well. Petman at least keeps them invested. But also the long rotations over from Forsaken. Petman gunned down. Ching in for the flash with the curveball. But it's not quite enough. Still the angle being held. Akame! He hits his targets. Just Forsaken left. Can the Indonesian superstar clutch things out? He's been the beast before, but now the angle's not quite favoring him. The flashes as well. Shield wall trip, but no! Akame!
Oh
What an incredible
my
shot! The tour de force lands its mark. And
How
it's
do they
DFM up to that
2v5?
point.
This guy's having one of the most insane maps I've ever seen.
That's a 2 versus 5 that does not go their way.
No, a
Something. How does he get away
2v5
with these
to
2 kills
lose.
creeping through
Oh
the
boy.
sewers? It's a 2 versus 5
Over peak,
that May
solo
and Akame
peak, everyone's
have
facing the
just
2,
absolutely
giving him
pulled
kills.
the rug out under your feet.
Oh, that is oh, it's
is
so bad.
ridiculous.
But this guy is just incredible.
I've got no words.
They do those words.
Dude, how do we not have an Alex replay there? Surely that desk is smashed up.
Generational fumbles, Quack.
Oh, this was
That's
a
the
fumble.
biggest one in this series so far.
3 chances.
Happy to go down swinging if it comes down to it. PRX. Trying to put up the
Ida Young with the
around
tier
A
1.
site.
Thank you so
At
much,
least they
bro.
got rid of
Thank you. I
Akame
appreciate
first,
that.
Right, information though.
Good little bait for the guy
More
close.
members to stave off this A site.
This train is like a roller coaster, yeah.
Smokes covering vision. Playing close by, possibly for anti-flash. It's just the stinger. The gun's not the best, but at least a 5v4.
The train crashed, the train's still, it's hanging
For
on.
additional information as well, and May
Doesn't look
avoids
great,
it.
but
Really slow and steady though for DFM still.
Concealing information. PRX might not know.
No one
Can't
giving
get
him an
too
angle.
Can't get too antsy in this moment. Sidesteps Jing. Well,
okay, I
Divide
mean 2
will be
raid
able to
bosses
find
are
May.
down, right?
With that information as well, then possibly force something
Can't believe
to
that 2v5.
receive DFM with open arms. The shield wall still in its way. Something goes in for the first. It taps. It takes down Art. Next tap as
Ooh,
well.
I mean, nice shots.
Simple clicks, surgical precision, and it's a triple kill for PRX to move up to 10.
2. Where's the money at?
Quack.
Money's fine for
Do they
DFM.
give themselves the affordance of it though? And I'm looking at DFM's
So you want a
economy
timeout?
here, and they might not necessarily have a full buy across the board. They might have to be playing on the half buy to give themselves the best chance possible. Some good shots. I call them good. They looked awkward from something in the beginning of that one, trying to allocate the tracking, but it's all good. And now you see for DFM, all right, they're still holding enough cash
Phoenix
for the
or
next round. They'll
okay,
have
they
to
low
mention
buy
a
for the next
Cosmic
round.
Divide
Instead of
and
going for the
a
2
Steel
force
Guard
buys, they low buy
into
for the next round.
too. So that's
And
actually
probably a good
quite
shout. They're gonna have 2
intriguing on
really
how
good
PRX
ults
are
for
gonna
it.
play around expecting those ults to come in.
And not entirely sure. They're hearing the footsteps off
Okay,
towards Link, though.
insanely
Don't have
early
marathon
map control
run
for
around the map at the
DFM. Look at
moment.
this.
Big
We've got
old
A
Raptor
main
does
control. They
get
got all
pinged
the
out
mid
and
control. That also
expected
creates
by
pressure over
PRX.
towards
DFM
3
looking to
positions.
play with
Sorry.
pace. They can afford it somewhat.
Yeah, leave Akame just
Oh,
on a little lurky.
PRX, what are the
Ah,
positions
dude,
going to be?
they're in a
Try to
good
hold
spot,
on
though.
more defensively.
DFM might be really
Stuck
tempted to
out
put
from
ults into
Secret
this
and
round.
Flowers. Jing trying to hold. Currently smoked off. The Prowler to
Let's see
check
if they
as
get
well,
any of them
possibly looking
online.
for wall bangs. Both sides gunning in for it. But here comes Jing, run it back. Huge on the possible retake as the spike goes down. May though playing inside of the smokes, and it's just Jinboom. Stinger found off by the sides. And he finds the right click as well. Low HP now, but Jing comes back in just to save PRX hanging by a thread.
Hanging by a
God, they
thread,
gotta relax on
literally,
some
in
of
this
these
round,
rounds.
isn't it? He had
They
to
gotta
use the
relax when
runner
they
back, 'cause if he didn't
when
and
it
he
looks
died, well, the job wouldn't have
unlosable.
been done. Jinboom would have been able to win that
Okay,
one out.
one
It would have
last
been
chance.
GG.
Mate, this is intense.
PRX, you are out. But the last round of regulation now, 11-12. Will we go into overtime, or will it be a 13-11 victory yet again for DFM? Likewise of the first
What is
map
that?
in this one. I don't know how he even managed to find that kill.
I don't know how he gets that extra kill.
Just
Oh, Lord.
individual
But here we go.
performance, but yeah.
Okay, but they have the.
Cosmic Divide,
Oh, they used
something
Visal.
back in with the
Wait,
op.
I didn't even notice that. He
Spotted
used
out by the
Visal.
drone, though, possibly Forsaken.
I think
When
it was
did he pop
destroyed
that?
enough earlier on by the killer player.
smoke.
Yeah, I really gotta turn my sound
Not
up.
expecting.
Something's in a really strong pause, but Akame has been
DFM
the
trying to conceal
guy.
as much as possible. It's something versus Kame.
Meanwhile, they've got control of A main too, pushed up to the orb and now falling back. This duel is so tense at the moment. The
We
head
saw him.
spotted Akame.
Calls it out. But you know, it's just one player. Got to consider the rest of the map. Don't get tunnel
Oh,
vision
he
at
saw
the
him
end
back,
now.
right?
Oh, something is so tunnel
Oh,
vision
nice
that it
shot.
works. The trade
Oh,
does it,
boy.
and the blades are out as well.
Okay, and they got info over towards here, and they kind of have early info on A main as well at the same time. Surely, Patman doesn't go and just duel this. Patman, you need to move, mate.
I
need to move like 5 seconds ago.
Fall back towards the sides here as PRX. You know you've lost control of Art of Connector. Play on the back of what ults you have. Still
Astral.
Cosmic Divide.
Everything.
Devi is going for a really bold play, but it can be perma smoke.
Well now. Timing crucial for Devi especially.
Mate, imagine your molly right now. It's good.
In for the molly.
You got a wall, you got flash, you got strong crossfire. No one comes from A main. How are they meant to win DFM? They gave themselves no options. Oh my goodness. three chances all gone. We're going overtime.
In the end, there was not a lot of space that PRX could falter with for DFM when they were on 11, but they do manage to at least gather the last 3 rounds to get us into the overtime. Now that stat there is an interesting one. 100% on the overtimes for DFM, but not a lot of sample size.
Fair enough. But still though, this comes down to a bit of that mental game. The pressure surely mounting on
track by track.
Southeast Asia and Japan. DFM might be feeling a little bit even more just because of their playoff spot. Meanwhile, for PRX, it's been back and forth all day long. They've managed to string something together at the end of this, but can they keep it up? Off to the attacking side. They march up into A main.
PRX now on attack. Akame gets the hero op-out, and honestly, he's allowed to do whatever he wants. They got the trip over towards here, they got full info. And Akame has a lot of map control, though. Something... Yeah, they hear the fawns, though, so they should know that he's close. Right?
But still, with the pushes through, the Phantoms find their mark. Just down to the 2 players from PRX trying to hold it down.
How much damage did Art get from his Odin here? Dude, Art got so much damage from his Odin spam. It's insane.
At the end.
That's the defensive round found for DFM. So they'll go back on towards the attacking side as well now, and we have to see what sort of solution PRX can come up with to stave them off. You know that DFM
oh my god, this recon. The recon, the spam. Art is absolutely the MVP in this round. He did so much.
So whether or not it will be more methodical, or if they do decide to change things up going in towards
something gets his own op-out. Art buys the Odin in overtime.
Bring out an operator on this defensive side again.
He can perfectly buy everything.
By himself.
Certainly great recognition.
He lives for the overtime.
Yeah, I mean,
on the map, so
anonymous gifter, thank you so much. Thank you, I appreciate that.
30 kills for this map as well. Having a belter.
Peeks out. They feel like they created the question mark over towards B. He peeks out. He's going to see that this is a fake clone to create pressure. He's going to give them the info that they can 2-stack door, 2-stack over towards A.
You want to try and hold that line for... Oh, you know, that's a clone over at the B site. Complete fake.
Certainly you don't want to keep on pushing, though.
That's pure madness from Patman, considering the information they got over towards B, but he lives. Surely he doesn't go back.
To try and hold around A lane.
Why has he got light armor?
Well, though, if DFM want to go through Art...
Oh, no, it's just the damage done, okay. I was like, why is it perfectly 25?
So it's not quite the trap play that I'd have been anticipating, but still.
It's the standard progression, though.
Progression which might favor
Okay, you got info now.
Managed to make their way through. Jing in for the curveball.
It's a shot.
Tag onto Jinpung.
It's hard for them to get through this choke. Does Yoru take the TP? Does this fade eye is incredible. How have they got no kills off of this? The fade eye hits 3. They got no kills. The Saken's just been spamming.
Trying to stick the plant. Here comes Jing with the flash. And GN now the final lone survivor to peek out.
Oh, here we go again.
PRX survived
still alive.
for one more OT.
Not 100% on that OT yet.
This fade out is unbelievable, by the way. It was like the exact same impact that the recon had round before.
Sides.
Oh my.
So maybe DFM a little bit quicker.
Dude, with the fade eye, he prowled as well, so that guy at the back was blind.
Remove any of the key PRX members early on enough. I feel PRX.
That fade util was legit.
Bodies to play with. You can be rest assured that Jing, if he's alive, by the way, is going to do something. A timeout now to be invested. You get them going into the OT.
It's a DFM timeout.
It's a DFM timeout.
The only one that they get to use. This OT phase.
Stressed. It's a crazy map. It's a crazy map.
Been good, but on towards the attack, that's where they struggled somewhat, trying to go in with the all-in or nothing.
I'm just wondering as well, investment-wise for them, are they wanting to still push on towards an Odin, push on towards an operator?
Akame op has been working out.
Akame,
so
everything
far
has been working out.
Oh my. What a map it has been so far, but for PRX to truly try to prove the critics, prove the fans, everyone wrong, they're still trying to put that one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, I mean, we can't get a clean series from PRX, it feels like.
They
on
attempted a rush
the
before.
op.
We'll see what it's going to be this time.
Jing getting up to 30 as well. 30, 31.
To their faithful weapons.
Nakame is going to be put on the line with the operator, supported by the Sova util. Meanwhile, PRX, single prowler going in, getting close, and something removes
My goodness,
Akame.
the pure confidence is crazy as well. Dashes over towards side. They got the wall to protect. The fade. The eye gives him so much. Jing's going through his own wall with a flash. And how on earth do you retake this one?
The rotations are already here. Of course, it is Jinbung and Mei. Oh,
2v5. Surely nothing could go wrong in a 2v5, right?
So close, but PRX able to recover. Just Jien left.
And now they know where he is as well, so they can just really focus in him.
I mean, it's unlosable.
So far today,
they can't lose this.
Before,
I don't know how you would lose this.
Down to the final one. It's a 1-on-3. Not quite likely. He will
3
use
bullets.
The Caterpillar smokes though, but
Holy
PRX have
man.
him completely surrounded.
The train.
The round in OT2.
He had 3 bullets left in the Phantom as well.
The train's still going. Coming up to the final
quick
stop.
headshots in that sort of scenario, but you at least
It's been a rough ride.
give him an alright. I understand it when you're going for the spray through the smoke. PRX yet again favoring this alpha site to try and get things in an advantage state. And they do so successfully. Back up
Yeah, the
top
conductors
of
made the
this one.
announcement.
It is
Last
that attacking
stop
side that they
coming
find,
up.
right? So they just got to try and close it out on this.
Didn't realize there'd be
defensive side where
turbulence on a
something
train,
again
but
has an operator
we
in
had
play,
it
but
somehow.
it's at a different position this time, not at the
Sorry
side.
for the rough
It's out
ride.
through Art instead. And if you continue to jump spot this one, as May, how far forward do you go out? It's too far. That's what it is.
Pick missed, and now DFM trying to recover as quick as possible. The sprint on into
info as well. Info. Rotate can come over. They're gonna move the op around.
You're spotting for information, and look, that
Dude, the timing on the jump peaks are pretty good, apart from obviously Maze.
Just a little bit your positions around the map, specifically Jing back in towards Art to see if anyone's close enough.
Oh, Patman.
But it's Patman.
Just keep your gun out, mate.
He does
Great
land the
shot.
first one, but unfortunately traded still. DFM trying to recollect.
Madness from Jing. Pure madness. Raid boss still here. 32 kills.
3 versus 3 now.
And this is all for playoffs.
Look at
What do you
something.
look to do
He's
here, though,
making a
as
play.
GN? Do you stay and
Spots
go
over
down
towards
lanes
B.
with
Takes a
Forsaken?
little bit of a
May very
gamble.
well keep
And means they can stack over towards here. And Gien just heard Forsaken.
He's been sneaking through round after round. Forsaken now thought about it, but now his pixel has been spotted instead. Jien snuck up from
Wait, and now they're going back
And they're gonna
towards
call
B.
for the rotate over towards the
And
B
something's
side.
rotated
Something's
off?
actually
Oh,
left
no.
it as well. He's essentially
Oh,
attacker
dude,
spawn, so
DFM
you're
are
gonna
in a
have
solid
a free
position.
plan to your
They
heart's
have the trip
content
as well.
as
They don't
DFM,
realize that
and
site's
then
clear.
look
They've
to
decided
defend
one
that
towards
to the
spawn.
best of your ability.
Not much util left.
Oh,
It's an op as well.
they're so paranoid that there might be a member here.
Unless he shows up and finds his mark at the right time, this could be it for PRX. The tailwind will expire. Divine now catching up to his brethren, but still, it's an Odin, it's a rifle. Something will start things off with the headshot. Divine arrives as
Wait,
well.
The smoke doesn't
Smoke
cover the spike, right?
Not quite there. Akame then to play around
Oh,
the smoke.
God.
Divine will land the shot.
They know where Jin
Just
is.
Jin, 1-on-2.
Still has Astra
Puts
Star.
up the star.
Oh, they go for the
Now
body block?
tries to play in with
They
the
completely
gravity
fluffed
well.
it.
He's pulling them in. Who's truly going to be the emptiness machine?
Holy, they did it. They did it.
it.
No worry about it. No worries. Full confidence in the train. We hopped on early. We get rewarded. What an absolute game this was. Oh my god, this was so insane. I feel bad for Akame. Akame had such a game. Akame really didn't want to lose this.
No matter which way you
he played so well.
They do not go quietly.
Hey, track by track.
DFM gave that one a ridiculous
Dude, crazy game. Oh my goodness, three chances to finish it for DFM as well. We actually got treated to a banger. I feel bad for DFM.
Absolutely not. I was going to say